Stick to your plan. My name is Carl. I'm a professional hitman. During a mission, a woman suddenly blocked my line of sight. Years of training kicked in. I quickly moved the scope back to the target, but instincts got the better of me. I couldn't help sneaking another glance. I knew this couldn't go on. I forced my heart rate down, checked my watch. 65 beats per minute. That's when I'm at my sharpest. I gripped the gun, took a deep breath, locked in, ready for a clean kill, because until now, I had never missed. The target appeared again. I pulled the trigger without hesitation, but at that exact moment, the woman shifted and took the bullet instead. I reloaded instantly, ready to fire again, but the bodyguards had noticed. They pulled the curtain shut. The window was sealed off. Top-tier sniping only gives you one shot. I packed up fast, picked up every trace of trash, put on my helmet, headed downstairs, jumped on the scooter I'd parked out front. By the time the sirens went off, I had already turned into a side alley and lost the tail. I ditched the mag, tossed the gear, took a shortcut, even threw my helmet into the river. Every tool used in the mission gone. Then I walked into a convenience store, asked to use the restroom, took off my clothes, scrubbed my body, shaved my beard, sprayed cologne. When I came out, I was a different man. I hailed a taxi and headed straight for the airport. Before going in, I took out my pistol, wiped off the prints, and tossed it in the trash can. At security, I noticed a sniffer dog staring me down. I knew it wouldn't pick up anything, but I wasn't taking chances. I turned into the bathroom, scrubbed my skin again, even wiped down the sink I touched. Details. Decide life or death. I never leave loose ends. I changed flights and headed to a new gate. Just then, the boss called.
How could this happen? It's unprecedented.
It happened.
Is that what you suggest I inform the client? It happened. This is a problem. Obviously, it's a fucking problem, to say the least. The window of opportunity's closed now for who knows how long.
Knew the rules. A failed hit at this level meant the killer becomes the target. Now I was the one being hunted. I hung up, ripped out the SIM card, smashed the phone. No trace left behind. On board the flight, I stayed alert. Sure enough, a man in sunglasses was watching me from a few rows away. After landing, I used a different identity to book a connecting flight. But what a coincidence. That man was there too, same waiting area. Now I knew for sure he was tailing me. I didn't take the risk, changed to a flight the next morning, and checked into an airport hotel. I ordered room service. When it arrived and seemed safe, I didn't eat. I only needed the tools. I placed a glass against the doorknob, laid the plate near the floor. If anyone came in, the glass would fall and make a sound. I took the dinner knife, sat in the corner, lights off. I didn't let my guard down all night. Luckily, that man never showed up again. The next day, I boarded the flight and landed in the Dominican Republic. A car was waiting outside the airport. Even on the road, I stayed on edge, changed routes constantly, avoided running alongside any cars. Even one extra glance could be fatal. After circling all day, I finally got home, but at the door, I saw two large footprints. They didn't match my wife's shoe size. Next to them were a pile of cigarette butts. This wasn't some thief. This was the work of a pro. Someone was waiting for me. I grabbed my gun from the car, climbed over the yard wall, moved through the bushes to get close to the house. On the ground, I spotted another trail of prints leading into the house. That meant he was already inside. I crouched low. Inside, rock music was playing, but my wife was gone. I burst into the bedroom. The place was trashed. There were bloodstains on the wall. I called my wife in a panic. She was in the emergency room.
This wasn't a robbery. She told me that she might. There are worse things than what they did to me. She kept telling me, can you imagine? She stabbed a man.
My brother-in-law told me a man and woman had broken in. The man slashed at her head with a knife. When she was on the verge, they finally left in a green taxi. That was it. They pushed me too far. I immediately had her transferred to a private hospital. Then I went home and started digging. Only I knew how many backup plans were buried in that house. As a top-tier assassin, I had prepared for everything. My wife never knew. Who I really was. I grabbed what I needed. This time, since the boss wanted to burn the bridge, he was going to pay.